In Seattle are the first in the world to receive an experimental coronavirus vaccine. And today we're hearing from the Seattle woman who was the first to receive the injection. KOMO's Kara Kosnich is live in Seattle with the story. And Kara, this could be history, right?
This could be history, and she could be history in the making, Eric, because we know there is no vaccine for the coronavirus. This woman tells me that it felt no different than a basic flu shot, and she says so far she's had no symptoms.
I'm very excited to be able to do it.
Jennifer Haller is the first person to receive an experimental COVID-19 vaccine right here in Seattle.
Just to be able to potentially be part of saving lives. This is huge, and I'm so proud to be able to do it.
The vaccine trial is underway at Kaiser Permanente Washington Research Institute. Dr. Lisa Jackson is the lead vaccine trial investigator.
Our goals are pretty basic. We want to look at the safety, and then secondary to that, we want to look at the immune response, specifically antibodies produced against that particular protein.
Haller says after she read about the study on Facebook, she knew she wanted to help.
We all feel so helpless right now, and feels like there's nothing that we can do. And as soon as I saw that there was potentially something that I could do, I filled out the application right away.
The 43-year-old is an operations manager at a small tech company, a wife and a mother of 2 teenagers.
One thing that I think really helps people understand, that's important for people to understand about this vaccine, is that I'm not exposed to the actual virus.
Although Kaiser says the trial does not come without risks. The vaccine uses material called messenger RNA, so at no point are participants subjected to the virus. For Haller, taking part in this trial is doing her part for her community and the entire world.
It's going to be fine.
Thousands of people are now out of work because of social distancing requirements stemming from the coronavirus outbreak.
KOMO's Suzanne Fawn takes a closer look at the challenges unemployed workers and small businesses are facing just to get help.
Jack's Barbecue in South Lake Union, Seattle is still offering to-go orders, just 24 hours after owner Jack Timmons had to lay off 60 employees.
They're kind of in shock, like everybody's in shock.
It was a tough decision, and now many of those unemployed workers are in need of help.
I told them that they should get to the unemployment benefits website and fill that out as soon as possible.
The biggest concern for many workers now, how to pay for rent and how to pay for food. Authorities say it's important to file a claim for unemployment benefits. Your Employment Security Department website will have the links to your state resources, along with information on how to apply for unemployment. Small business owner Lori Tice owns Upward Dog Walker in Seattle. After her business dropped 80%.
I have had to lay off 3 of those employees out of the 4 that I just hired in February.
Now she's trying to secure help for herself from the Small Business Association.
I did try to get onto that SBA site this morning, and it's overwhelmed right now.
She tried 10 to 15 times and kept getting an error message. Tice was told it'll lighten up as people get their application completed.
So I was advised to just keep trying every opportunity that I get.
Washington State says if you're going to apply for help using a phone, you're going to have to wait longer, and it's going to take longer than applying online.
Governor Inslee says that anything is possible here, including an order for you to shelter in place, which is what we're seeing in San Francisco. We're not there yet, though. KOMO's Keith Eldridge was with the governor today, and the governor had words of warning about bars defying his orders to close on this St. Paddy's Day and the people who might go into them.
Well, this is a day-to-day situation.
Even though this state has been hit the hardest, the governor has not taken the extreme step of doing what they're doing in the San Francisco Bay Area, ordering everyone to shelter in place and going out only for essential needs, such as visiting grocery stores, pharmacies, doctors, and relatives.
So this is something that we're evaluating every day or every hour. We can't rule anything in or out. And we're going to make the best decisions. But I can tell you I'm pleased at the science that is being made available to us to help make these very difficult decisions.
It could even involve the National Guard. But the governor says he's pleased with how people are voluntarily complying with the social distancing request. However, he's disturbed by reports some places are staying open.
Going to the bar is fun, been doing it for years. But you might be killing your granddad by going to the bar. And that just should not be acceptable to anybody in the state of Washington. And effectively, that's what you're doing when you go to the bars tonight.
This all comes as the governor signs a $200 million bill to help fight the pandemic spread. Inslee says this is a good start to help with getting more testing done by the University of Washington, to expand the number of beds available to help those who come down with symptoms of COVID-19, and also to help with social distancing for those who are experiencing homelessness. He says it's possible the legislature may have to come back into special session if more money is needed. In Olympia, Keith Eldridge, KOMO News.
And the governor says he's urging retired doctors.
Esteban live in Burien, and the
at least that I know of right now. And if they did, it hasn't come out to our city council, which we met yesterday, and it hasn't come to me as the mayor. Again, I know it's fluid. Things are moving rapidly. We want the testing facilities here, but we also need good communication occurring.
I'm so disappointed and horrified. We've been waiting and waiting and reading and looking for every little scrap of news about testing being available and starting, because that's the only thing that's going to stop this terrible pandemic is testing.
Really emotional. Every person I saw out here today was asking me what's going on. On the company's website, so look at this. They indicate the plan to open testing, but they say details are still in development. And ironically, when I checked in with the hospital next door, CHI Franciscan, they do offer testing. We've put a hot link on our website for you. And I want to go back to what State Rep Tina Orwell told me literally seconds before we came on the air. I just got off the phone with her. She said that she called somebody here, a manager, who told her they took the tents down because they were the wrong size. I was hearing that while I was out here. Some were saying that the tents were too high. Tina was also told, the state rep, that these tents likely could be back in a couple days, and that is her understanding that these tents are for testing.